Okay, now we can talk about fun stuff again. Let's talk about the spiritual soul purpose of Sun and Sagittarius people. So, you guys, Sagittarius people are so hilarious because um, it's about finding truth, okay? Finding your own personal spiritual truth and then living this truth. But the funny part about Sagittarians is that you might find your truth and then not actually follow it because, like, Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Jupiter goes overboard on everything. So you guys can be a little bit fickle, like Gemini, in that you're shooting your arrows all over the place and you're not always getting anything done. You're kind of scattered and you're a preacher of the way that things should be, and you have strong ideas about how things should be and how people should act, and then you don't follow your own advice about how you're telling other people to act. So you tell them to do something and then you're not doing it yourself. So really a big soul lesson here with Sagittarius energy is to live that truth. And also Sagittarians are so spiritual. It's really like about finding a spiritual truth and finding like a universal meaning in life and then living by this. And then not being pissed off if everybody else doesn't want to follow your truth either. You don't have to like convince everybody, although one of your great joys in life will be teaching. Teaching and preaching. You love it. You love to do that. But yeah, it's really about finding truth. And you can have a hard time finding this truth because you're not always the most solid person on the planet. You're off doing one thing and having a blast, and then this is your truth, and then you're doing the other thing, the opposite of it, and that is your truth. And then so you're kind of like constantly moving around in circles trying to figure out the ultimate meaning and purpose of life, and maybe actually not finding it. But if you go within and you trust like that impulsive instinct that you have, that first instinct that you feel is truth, that's the truth. And or if you follow your joy, like you can be some of the most joyful people around because you don't care what other people think, you just do what you want to do. So if you can like find your own joy and then radiate this joy to other people, that is one of your spiritual soul lessons as well, is to be like this light bringing person who is just so fun to be around. Oh my God, you're fun. And you can teach other people a lot when you're operating from this joyful place. But when you're operating from this untrue place of, well, maybe you know what your truth is, but then you're not listening to your own truth. You're doing some shit that you don't really believe in. Like with Sagittarius energy, you're thinking about morals and what's like right a lot, like what's the right thing to do. And if you believe something's the right thing to do, but then you're not doing it, you're hurting yourself that way. It would be better if you just realize that what's right for one person might not be right for everybody. And then you would let go of a lot of pressure on yourself too, because when you're acting in ways that you're thinking aren't right, then you're hurting your own confidence. Whereas maybe you should give yourself a little bit more freedom to do all this crazy stuff that you want to do and not make yourself wrong for it or not go against your own truth. And maybe come to an understanding that, yeah, like what's true for one person might not be true for everybody. And Abraham Hicks states, like, my favorite teacher is Abraham Hicks that I keep talking about in every video now, but like they say that we didn't come here to find one thing that's right and then have everybody agree on it. Like we came here because of the joy and expansion and what would happen when we were interacting with people who believe different things, and how much more joy and expansion this would bring. Like, if everybody believed the same thing, the world would be totally boring, and you wouldn't want to be here anyway, Sagittarius, because you love variety, you love all the different beliefs. So if you can just accept that there isn't maybe one right way to do things, and you don't have to preach this right way to do things to everyone, you can just live in your own joy and freedom that you love and do what you love, and yeah, then you can be a lot happier too. And like, a Sagittarius that's not like enthralled with life and filled with this fiery enthusiasm for life, like, that's a sad Sagittarius, because that is the true you, is this just like totally enthusiastic person who is so like brimming with joy that you just want to share whatever's going on within you to everybody. And like, I really think that's your ultimate soul purpose. Yeah. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.